Hello, and thank you for joining us for this presentation of the West Long Branch School District 2025-2026 budget. I'm Dr. Christina Egan, Superintendent of Schools, and this presentation was co-prepared by Ms. Corey Lowell, our School Business Administrator. You may have seen recent news stories about school districts across the state and across the country grappling with significant financial uncertainty. Like many of them, we are now navigating an increasingly complex fiscal landscape. This year's budget reflects new and growing pressures that challenge us to maintain the high-quality programs our students and families expect, while also staying true to our responsibility as stewards of public funds. While we did receive a modest increase in state aid this year, for which we're very grateful, it's important to note that state aid makes up only about 8% of our total budget. As you can see in this slide, I've outlined our available revenue sources in the left side of the chart and our increasing expenses on the right side. This budget includes the standard increase of 2% on the school portion of taxes, as well as an additional 0.75% increase through a healthcare adjustment. This adjustment is available because of the sharp increase in the cost of health benefits, which exceeds the increase experienced by the state benefits program. You'll also see some other revenue sources, including our send-receive agreements with Interlaken, Allenhurst, and Loch Arbor. At the same time, we are losing preschool aid, and we anticipate a reduction in federal funding, and furthermore, we've reached the end of federal-era COVID relief funding. Meanwhile, our expenses, depicted on the right side, continue to rise, some of them sharply and unexpectedly, across many categories: health benefits, insurance, energy, and transportation, to name just a few. This imbalance between our revenues and expenditures creates a fundamentally uncertain environment where each financial decision we make carries even more weight. Our goal is clear: to provide an exceptional education while maintaining fiscal responsibility. This budget is our best effort to balance these priorities and keep our commitment to our students, staff, and community. In order to build a sustainable budget under these circumstances, we've had to make difficult decisions. These include staffing reductions through attrition and delaying planned investments in classroom upgrades and educational technology. These choices were not made lightly, but they reflect our commitment to protect core programs and keep class sizes consistent. We are reducing one full-time teaching staff position through attrition and reassignment of staff members. We're reducing one part-time support position through attrition and reducing the full-time media specialist to a part-time or shared position. As mentioned, we're delaying the next stage of our phased-in classroom furniture upgrades, and we're delaying the installation of additional interactive displays in classrooms. Finally, we're redirecting our federal ESEA funds. We're discontinuing the Title I After School program and diverting that funding to support salaries within the core budget and preserve our core staffing. Despite these challenges, this budget does preserve important investments. We continue to support consistent staffing levels and our newly launched special education programs. Courtesy busing, which is not required by law in a district of our size but is a priority for our school community, is also sustained in this budget. We will also continue to emphasize a well-rounded education that includes the arts, extracurriculars, and field trips for students to enjoy real-world educational experiences. We're also introducing new supports next year for students with complex learning needs. Next year, we'll introduce a new multiply disabled and a new pull-out resource program at the elementary level. These programs reflect an investment in our future, as they'll not only provide the best and most appropriate learning environment for our students with these needs, but they will also contribute to greater fiscal stability for the district as they expand our ability to meet students' needs here in their district in lieu of sending them to be educated in other schools. Even as we finalize this year's budget, we're already planning ahead. The time to start talking about and planning for the 2026-2027 school year is now, because the pressures that we're seeing, the rising operational costs, evolving enrollment trends, aging facilities, are not going away. We're monitoring the financial landscape, including the following considerations for future budgets. First, the cost of living. As the cost of living continues to increase, both the school district and our taxpayers face greater financial pressures. We're also facing rising operational costs, and we're anticipating that the costs for transportation, utilities, supplies, and services will outpace our revenue projections and the 2% cap on school tax increases. Also, our aging facilities. We have aging infrastructure, and we need security upgrades and preventative maintenance of grounds and buildings, and these require capital investments so that we can provide a safe and state-of-the-art learning environment. Making these investments along the way also helps to delay or prevent future large-scale project needs, for example, going out for a large referendum. We also continue to monitor our enrollment. as reductions in resident student enrollment could impact our state aid, the public portion that we receive of our federal funding, and our transportation costs. Additionally, competitive labor markets and cost of living increases drive up salaries, benefits, and the need for retention and recruitment initiatives, especially as we look to fill hard-to-staff roles. Finally, we are especially focused on strengthening our special education programs long-term so that we can keep more students learning right here in their home community. We're proud of the progress that we're making to expand and enhance our special education programs. And as we build these programs at the elementary level, the investment requires thoughtful, long-term planning, as those programs must be intentionally developed to continue at the middle school level. We remain committed to sustaining what defines the West Lombard School District: strong programs, supportive environments, and close community partnerships. We also understand that transparency and collaboration are more important than ever. We want our community to be fully informed and engaged as we move forward together. Thank you again for your time. This presentation, along with a user-friendly version of the budget, are available on our website. We encourage you to review it and reach out with any questions you might have. Your involvement is essential as we navigate this evolving landscape, and as always, we appreciate your continued support. Thank you.